Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Mandy and I do a lot of videos on how to keep track in your planner to have a productive and intentional lifestyle. That is basically where I have come with my planning, and I started out just really into I love planners. I've always loved calendars, but I thought, well, I have all these calendars. What am I doing with them? So then I started getting into planners, and I thought, well, this is fun. You can decorate, you can keep track of so many different things. And I have found that this way of planning is working really well for me. So instead of just kind of walking you through what I'm doing here and my thoughts behind what I'm decorating, I actually thought we could just decorate and chat together. So if you haven't already and you want to get something to drink or a treat to enjoy with your planner, go ahead and grab that. I wanted to basically talk all about my catch-all weekly. This is a planner layout that I created myself. I do have it available in my Etsy shop if you find that it could be something helpful for you. It is linked down below always. And I recently created a video and posted it back on Wednesday about the pros and cons to having planner sections or a catch-all section. I have obviously chosen to create my own layout so I could have what I need all in one space. This catch-all section has been a work in progress, and it continues to be, but I truly enjoy figuring out what works for me and how I can play around with different layouts and adjust them to be the most functional, productive, and intentional planner I can basically have. So far I have come up with this, and as you can see, there are a lot of different areas of things happening here, but it still allows me some space to decorate. Right now, by the way, I am using the Homebody Seasonal, which is absolutely gorgeous, and it's very calming. I found that it's a very calming, for me anyways, color palette for most of the seasons that are in it. And I kind of wanted to go with a little country theme here. So I want you to know if you could, or actually I want to know if you could include all you need in one weekly layout, or even if it was a daily layout, what would you want to track? That's my question, because I'm also doing a Build Your Frankenplanner series, and I just filmed the video for how I do that and how many different categories I have and the subcategories that are within those categories. And honestly, like filming it even and just kind of going over that system, I think, one, it's super needed every now and then anyways. It's kind of like when you need to declutter your house, you kind of need to do that every so often to stay on track with things, right? And two, it's very eye-opening when you see, what all you want to keep track of, what all you do keep track of, what all might not be needed to keep you focused, but you just like it, and then what all is helpful, to actually help you meet your goals. And then I also want to know, have you tried both sections? And, like both having like planner sections, so where you have an actual planner for each section of your life, or I should say an actual planner, for each section of your life or a life category. And have you also tried an actual catch-all section? So I used to have kind of a catch-all section, and then I had other different sections. Now I have, this is my catch-all section, and in addition to my catch-all section, I do have a budget planner, which is also for my Etsy shop, because I ended up creating one that just worked best for me over time, but I loved using some of the happy planners for that and to find my style. I also love the Budget Mom, and I think her name's Jordan Page. I love her stuff too. But ultimately, I found my own style, and I do have my own in my Etsy shop. And I just love figuring out what works for me and then making it work. But the other sections, I actually have, either a whole planner for or just a section where I have, you know, reference pages. I have my Bible or faith section. And again, I don't use an actual planner for that. I'm thinking of sometimes pulling out some of my happy planner. I think it's the faith where it has, the problem for me is I pretty much write like a whole, like on a whole page. So I need a lot of space. So I just use a lot of note paper. So it's really not an actual planner in there, but it is a section that I like to have in my planner. And the other sections that I have are more reference sections, like for homeschool and just annual trackers or yearly type of things where I get 1 or 2 papers for something a year and I need to keep it in my planner to reference it. So, oh, and the other section I have is called home, but that's basically where all of these live. All of these weekly spreads live. So I'm just curious if you guys have tried both or if you have tried one and you're sticking to it, and which one did you like most and why? So if you could let me know in the comments below, what are the categories you would have or you have as part of your planner, and do you like sections or a catch-all section? So you're getting to see my catch-all and my weekly spread that I'm slowly but surely organizing all my categories and intentions in on one place so I can be most productive and intentional. And I have 3 young kids and even more goals or focuses than I have ever had even before having them. So basically I have more goals and focuses with way less time than I had before. So this requires me to be very intentional about how I plan, and it has basically become a system for me. With these goals and wanting to stay present with my family, I must have a system in place to get and stay focused throughout the days, the weeks, months, even the year, right? So I don't know, I figured out my goals or focuses, or even life categories, whatever you want to call them. I like to say focuses. And then I just figured out what I need to track or organize within those in order to stay focused on my goals. I kept in mind when I figured these out what I needed for daily to-dos and how I felt most comfortable, and tried many systems and planner styles and layouts. And for me, as seasons just come and go, it's honestly like ever-changing. But I have enjoyed experiencing my planning journey up until this point, and I expect to continue enjoying it as I learn and adjust what works for me through all the upcoming seasons. For now, I absolutely love this, and I can even see continuing loving it, but maybe even wanting to change things up in the future. But this is really sticking with me, and that's a big deal if it sticks with me for, you know, over a month. So I've just thoroughly enjoyed trying out different systems and, like, you know, getting different happy planners for each section of my life and enjoying their layouts, making them work even if they aren't laid out exactly the way I need them. And to be honest, it was just so much fun. And I've also truly enjoyed bringing in my own layouts like this one and adjusting it based on what I need to be and to just stay focused. So here it is, everything I need on a daily and weekly basis, and I can even decorate it, as I mentioned, and I also bring in some of my favorite happy planners sometimes and other planner favorites from time to time, and I just love that change that it brings every now and then. This is why I love planning so much. It keeps me goal-focused, productive, intentional. It can also just be so much fun, and there's just not one right way. It's whatever works for you. So if something's not working, try something new. I want to let you know too, I'm always here to encourage you. So check out my other videos, my Build Your Frankenplanner series, or even on Instagram, I'm at Mandy_Chavez_chapters. And you can just find me for encouragement or guidance if you need it. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you can just get some kind of planner motivation. And if you're stuck, I feel you. But try not to get discouraged. Remember, it is supposed to be fun, and it is supposed to be a reflection of your life. And if you need it to be helpful in being productive or more functional. I totally get that. And I would love to have you join me in the Build Your Frankenplanner series, because that is where I'm going over how I went about figuring out what I need in a planner, and I've come to this point. And if you are not about just one catch-all section, maybe that's too much for you. I totally get that as well, but I am talking about both having a catch-all section and planner sections in that series. And just sometimes I get questions on, you know, how I figured out, you know, what I need and stuff. And that's exactly what it is, what I am deciding to share with you guys in that series. So let me know if you are interested in joining that. It's really just watching the series, but I'm so curious how many of you guys are out there with me building your Frankenplanner for 2022. And I'm also so curious what you guys are choosing for your planners. Are you getting different happy planners? What's your favorite planner like layout as well? Because as you can see, I have kind of just had to create my own, and it's a combination of lots of different things that have worked with all the other planners out there that I've probably ever tried, even though I can't like sit here and say that any of them look exactly like that, because they don't. But there are parts of every single layout I've used that have worked so well, but then parts of it that don't work well at all. And it always just bugged me that I couldn't figure out how to make it work for myself. So I'm curious if any of you guys are I guess savvy in creating your own, or do you feel like you kind of have to use what's out there, but sometimes it doesn't work quite right? Let me know in the comments below where you're at with that, because I'm really curious to know if there's like one perfect planner for you. Right now, I feel like this is perfect for me because it actually takes care of all the things that I really want to track. And I know that that's going to change. There's going to be some things I don't want to track anymore and some things I want to track more of. I was just thinking the other day, how can I track more on a daily basis of my YouTube and Etsy stuff? And then I started to realize I think I'm kind of forcing it. I think I'm okay in that area, and I just need a reference section. And that's something I realized in my planner journey as well, up until this point, that I don't have to track everything, but it is nice to have an actual reference section. Otherwise, I have all of this that I track on a daily basis. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, join me and subscribe. And I hope that you will have a lovely day and that you enjoyed chatting with me. And again, let me know, introduce yourself in the comments below, or say hi, because it's probably been a while. And I hope to see you guys for the next one. Bye, you guys.